Hello, you are listening to the Sask Wedding Podcast. If you're a bride-to-be or just love weddings, we created this show just for you. I'm your host, Matt Ramage. I'm the owner of MJ&Co Stories, a photography and film company based in Saskatoon. On today's episode, we have the whole MJ&Co team, which I'm really proud of. These guys are amazing. And we wanted to do a bit of a fun podcast. It's the 2022 year in review, almost.
Funcast, if you will.
Wow. How cool is that?
So we're sharing mics. I'm not, because I'm kind of the MC and we only have 4. So Chris and Josiah are sharing a mic. Melissa and Darby are sharing a mic. And then there's 2 left for me and Crystal. So yeah. Okay. Thanks for being here, everybody. Quick introduction. I'm Matt Ramage. This is my wife, Crystal Ramage. We've been photographing weddings together since, you assisted me on my first wedding in 2008, right?
Yeah, way back when. Then I paused, focused on nursing.
Children.
And children. I'm photographing again.
Yeah. Chris Rempel.
I'm Christopher Rempel.
He's
Hi, Chris.
one of our video leads here at the studio. Josiah Meningas.
Hi.
He's another video lead. So these 2 dudes do the editing in the studio and lead our feature film teams on wedding day. And then at the end, I have Darby Ratzlaff.
Hello.
Way too far from the mic.
Hello. We're getting used to sharing.
I don't have enough headphones either, so we got to have some faith it's picking it up. But yeah, get nice and close when you talk. And Darby's one of our photographers here at the studio. Her and Melissa can usually be found together, though me and Darby have photographed it together a good chunk this summer too. So yeah.
Basically, I've photographed as much with you as I have with Melissa this summer, I think.
It's a good time. So who's better? Just kidding. Don't answer that. And then Melissa, we're at the end.
Hello.
Melissa is lead photographer. And yeah, so we're all here. We're going to do a year in review. So I have a few questions. These are all real answers here. So, well,
That's good.
my way of describing this is really poor. So I've gone through and done some numbers of what we did this year. And so we're just going to go through them to have some fun. And then, we'll go from there. Sound good? Mm-hmm. So how many weddings do you think we photographed this year to date?
This is a test.
20.
21.
I was thinking 20-something. 25.
26.
Nice and close.
22.
I said 20, but now I think it's more than that.
Our photo count is 27 done and 4 to go. So we still got 4. Yeah.
So we'll have done 31.
By midnight on New Year's Eve, we'll have done 31, just photo. When I say photo, I mean if we did video too. That's still I'm counting those separate in these numbers. So, wedding video. Wedding video has been a huge part of our. Now you know the photo, so maybe now you can guess the video. So
Is that including keepsake?
Yeah.
Including keepsake.
And were some of those photo with video that the numbers you just gave us, some of those were ones that had video with them? Or those were just exclusively photo weddings?
No, those are a mix.
Okay. 21. I'll stick with my answer.
How many have you edited? No, just
I'm gonna
kidding.
say,
13. 13 is my new
as
answer.
someone who didn't do the video, I'm making a totally wild guess, but I feel like 15
I'm gonna
films
say
in total.
I'm gonna say 18.
That was my guess too. 18.
We've done 20 wedding video so far, and 3 to
20
go.
was my final answer.
Wow.
3 to go still. So 3. Because you have 4 photo. You have a wedding this weekend, right? Yeah. They're just photo, right? I added the numbers right.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll have done 23 wedding film packages for people by the end of the year, and we've done and filmed 20 of those, which is crazy. I would have, before I got these numbers together, I was kind of thinking about half of our couples get video. No, it's like 2/3. Why did this not add up? How many double header weekends did we have? So double headers I'm counting as weekends with 2 or more weddings.
3.
Including weddings
For-
the
for-
same
3
day
as well.
or across
3.
multiple days?
For the whole team.
Okay.
How many weekends had 2 or more weddings?
3.
6.
4.
Bold. 3.
You got one, Crystal?
I said 3.
Okay. 7 different weekends.
Did we actually do that?
Yeah.
What?
So if we had
Like
one wedding and you
what?
had one wedding,
Yeah.
I'm counting that as a doubleheader. But we also had a bunch of weekends
Okay.
where
Yeah, there would have been
I don't
3.
know how many weekends you did them with me, but
I don't think I
usually
did any.
that's when we'd split me and Darby up.
Yeah.
Friday
Or sorry,
count as
well,
a
Crystal.
doubleheader?
If we did a Friday and Saturday, that's a
'Cause
doubleheader.
I remember we did Friday, Saturday, and then you had another one on.
I didn't do any triples.
There was gonna
Maybe they did.
There was some weekends where there was like 3 weekends or 4 weekends where there was 3 weddings total done, and the one weekend was like 3 feature photo weddings, which was like those were like we had like a 10 or not a 10 page, but like a huge whiteboard list of how we split the gear in half, which I thought was pretty good.
We still have it.
That thing came in so handy with
Still on the board.
we have like 8 cameras, a bajillion batteries, memory cards, but you need to split it right so no one's left like hanging. Everybody has backups. So yeah, those are the numbers, which is pretty crazy. And I think 15 of those weddings were features. Does that sound right? I can't remember.
well, like
I thought it was 12. Maybe I
we
got my numbers
split
wrong.
the editing of them, so
Yeah, I don't
it's like it's skewed in my mind. I'm like, yeah, I think there's 8 sounds reasonable, but then if he has another half of it, then it could very well be.
yeah.
So
How many cold storage hard drives have we used since the beginning of the year?
we are on number 4, and each hard drive is 8 terabytes.
That's 32 terabytes.
So that's and
So
we're like
wow.
we're maybe halfway through that 4th
Didn't we use
one.
like
but
maybe 2 last year? Like
yeah, we had one wedding that we were like, oh, this was
exponential
a
growth.
terabyte. The one wedding was like a terabyte. That was our fault. We took way too much footage.
Yeah. Awesome. So those are some of the numbers. I thought that was pretty interesting. Like we've done a lot already, and then we have a bit to go. So we're kind of on the down ramp. Me and Crystal finished off like a 6 weekend straight. Just the way it's split.
Got a bit of a
maybe I'm wrong.
break. Remembrance Day weekend's our next wedding,
Yeah. So we
and
have
it's end of September.
so we have a few weeks off,
Yeah.
which is nice. I think our whole team has Thanksgiving weekend off, so we're all thrilled about that. We get
Nice long weekend.
it's weird. Yeah, no worky for the turkey, it says in the calendar. So yeah. Let's talk a little bit about just this year versus last year. Any like thing that comes to mind, just like kind of some major differences or things you noticed from like, not everybody has to answer every question, but just some thoughts on like last year was like sort of the COVID year or a COVID year. This year has been basically nothing.
Yeah, less COVID restrictions would be a very prominent aspect to that. But then that just made it go back to like what was more normal from like 2019.
Definitely
So-
bigger weddings this year.
Yeah, so
Mhm.
people are feeling a little bit more like open and
Everyone wants to do the big party this year,
Yeah.
big wedding party.
Yeah, all the people who wanted to wait out the sort of the COVID restrictions, then those weddings all got pushed this year. One thing I noticed just was like the demand for this year was like unreal.
Crazy.
how many did we have for that one date? Was it a July date or
We
was
had like, I'm sure that we turned down probably like 10 couples
Oh.
for the July 16th. Whatever it is about that date was just so popular, and it was really sad to have to turn all those people down, but we were totally booked. Like, yeah.
and venues were booking up, and so then you had these weird like Wednesday or Friday or
Friday's not
Friday's
weird.
not weird, but like Wednesday or was there a Monday wedding or something?
Non-typical wedding day
Yeah,
dates.
yeah.
Yeah. The most popular day of the week is Saturday, then Friday, and then
Sometimes Sundays.
Sundays after that. And I think we did one Sunday this year
Yeah, no
for
Wednesday.
Katrina.
Didn't we do a Wednesday in June?
Well, that was last year for
Okay,
Dan and
sorry.
Becky.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Good memory.
Other differences? Any other thoughts? Yeah, the big weddings was a big one. Yeah, demand was crazy. Though even just the bookings we had for this year were like you kind of like understand how many bookings you're gonna have and when most of them come in. But when we booked up for 2022, the calendar was so full. like well before Christmas. Like you still get a lot of people filling in the cracks like after Christmas and like holidays like that for the winter, or sorry, for that coming season. And this past year was like, for 2022, like the demand was so high. Like, yeah, we turned a lot of people down. I'm still glad we honored our rule of 1 weekend off a month, keeping some sanity, which is really good. It's nice still to, when you've been doing it this long, it's like we have kids and Melissa's got a kid.
I am a kid.
Chris has a dog.
This is a kid.
Yes, a dog, completely equatable to a child.
Yeah, but you have like you have a life outside of it, and it's like, if all you do is, you know.
I also have a wife. I have a life. I have a life outside of work. I want to maintain that relationship.
Yeah, so it's good. Yeah, we still got some holidays in this year, so yeah.
People had really good food this year at their weddings. Really good food.
Did you find that people had like not great food in like the previous couple of years because of COVID, or was it like?
I think it's because everyone wanted the big party this year that they just went for it with everything.
Yeah.
Like they went for the planner, they went for the big meal, they went for
Big venue.
all of it. Yeah. This was the big year, but the food, one of my favorite things. Not gonna lie.
We did a wedding with pierogies. It was Ukrainian.
So good.
What's Ukrainian grandma's? What do you call them? Babas?
It was catered by Bubba's, right?
Or
Or it was their pierogies.
Oh.
So good.
Yeah, no, I just edited the video, and so I'm trying to think. Taste of Ukraine.
yeah, that was
Yeah.
it.
Taste of Ukraine.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I was full,
Amazing.
and then I was like, I know it's not a good idea, but I'm still gonna go grab one more plate of pierogies.
With that dill gravy.
Oh my gosh.
There's always that
So
one wedding
good.
a year. I think that we get like so stuffed on food that like
Yeah.
last year it was Smith and Sydney's wedding. They had like so many courses that kept coming out. And I remember we were all sitting there and we were so full. And then the main course came and Matt was like, I can't eat this burger. And then he did.
I did, because I've like I can't let it sit here. It's like
Yeah.
Aiden
Needed that
Kitchen
burger.
Bar burger.
yeah.
It was really good. Yeah, pretty good year. Even as far as like us getting stuff out the door, we're working our butts off. We have a pretty good turnaround this year too, even with the demand being so high. So, what's that? If you add that up, that is 23 plus 31. What's the math on that? 60. Sorry, I can't do math.
23 plus
54.
Sorry, 54. 50? 54. Yeah. Okay, so you got 54. That's total like deliverables, so films and photography. And the reason we split that up is just the way we work on it is like, yeah, we're working for one client for both of them, but they're also it takes different people to put those together and get them out the door. So we kind of switched the way we count those, because we charge for it because it is a separate thing, and it is a separate sort of skill set that needs to happen to make that get ready. So 54 total like wedding projects. We're doing really good. When I went to count it, I looked at our Trello board and I was really proud of like what's already completed, what's ready. And then the stuff that's done, it's like the list of completed just dwarfs. Like there's only like a few that aren't done. And we're like on track to finish a lot of it before even Thanksgiving weekend, which it's keeping our average down to like 5 weeks or something like that, which is really cool, which I'm really proud of too. So let's keep it moving on. So I thought we could spend a little bit of time maybe chatting about what clients did right this year. We saw, a couple abnormal years, and then I would say that 2022 was very back to normal if you wanted it to be. So yeah, if you guys want to just share, I got like a little bit of a block here for it. So how much, any thoughts of what clients did right, or favorite parts of people's ceremonies, weddings, anything this year? And it could be the food again. It doesn't matter to me. How about I'll kick it off? Breathing room was one. A lot of people, I wrote down 2 names, but Cody and Brooke and Jack and Kelsey. There's a few other ones. There was actually like a good chunk. They had one location weddings.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have to drive anywhere. We didn't have to, worry about that, worry about transportation. I really liked them because of that extra time for them to just relax. Like we got all of what we needed to get done. We actually had more time than we needed, and then they were able to just hang out with their friends and family. And you know, like the one couple got to do a reveal of the reception room before because they were just there already. You know, usually they don't get to see that.
Yeah.
Sorry, I stole another one of your things from the list. But that was one of the things I really liked. And I think even just thinking of events and the way why you have them to be with friends and family and guests. And it's really cool to see like these events where people have so much time just to be with the people they love. Jack and Kelsey had what were they playing in the room? Oh yeah, Super
their
Smash
video
Brothers.
games. Yeah.
They're playing Super Smash
That
Brothers.
was fun.
You know, and it was like that was fun for them to be able to do. And then they did a first look, and this was all at the barn at Wind's Edge. And you know, we still had some time for sunset photos, and like the whole day was like really nice, went really well. Just it was very relaxed, and I really like that for them. Like I was happy for them that they got that. And same with Cody and Brooke. Theirs was just at the Ramey. They got ready at the Alt Hotel and the condos there. And I thought same thing. It's like super nice that they just got to walk across the street, you know, and if they had to go do anything, like they could just go up in the hotel. And then for photos, we stayed around there because you got the traffic bridge, you got the courtyard at the river landing. I don't know what they call that area.
It's like
Like
by
between the
OEB,
rivers-
Nutrien
Nutrient
New
Tower,
Gardens area.
Alt Hotel, and RBC
It's really
building.
pretty.
Oh,
I don't know what that courtyard's
I
called.
don't know what that's called.
It just has a river landing sign.
Right in front of the Nutrien
so-
building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it was like, it's really pretty.
Yeah.
Me and Crystal and Chris were at that wedding, and yeah, it was fun. It was good for us too. Like we weren't moving gear, we weren't driving, parking. Like we were able to spend a lot of our time with them too. So
Did you shoot anywhere that you haven't shot before?
yeah, like in that area there,
Yeah.
like because we weren't driving, I wanted some variety, and we got to just use a few things right by there. When you're driving, you kind of go to like, you just shoot like the main parts of that area. Like you don't have as much time to play around. So yeah, I would say like that was kind of neat. We were able to, because we were walking, we were able to photograph a lot of portraits kind of in between official sort of places, lots of candids. I mean, we haven't seen the final photos yet because that was just a couple weeks ago, but really excited to see that. I don't know. Have you shot in any new places?
We shot at Riverside Golf and Country Club. That was new. I've never shot there before. It was really pretty. And their ceremony was like right along the riverbank. So we got this beautiful sunset view. And yeah, it was cool.
Oh,
It
Macklin.
was really good.
Macklin was new. Me and Josiah and Crystal went to that one. That was, it's like on the west, it's on the border of Alberta and Saskatchewan, but like pretty cool. The church was was it a Catholic church?
I'm not 100% sure if it was Catholic, but it was built by the grandfather of, was it the groom?
I think it might have even been a great grandfather.
Great grandfather. Yeah.
Helped build the church, and
Yeah.
there's a bit of heritage there.
It's
And
pretty cool.
you know, they all have wedding photos. Like when I look at our portfolio, it's like a very unique set. You and Crystal ran out and got a really cool shot right as they were leaving. They had this like red car.
Yeah. Red convertible.
It looked really cool with the film you made.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
They drove off really quick though. Like
It
I
was
was
very quick.
sprinting.
Like I think I shot those photos as they were starting to drive away.
Yeah.
I was like,
They
no.
They were just out of there.
Yeah,
They were trying to avoid a receiving line, and they sure did.
they did. They got the heck out of there quick. Yeah,
That's funny.
it was
cool.
good though. It was fun.
I kind of like the out of town places. You go and do some like brand new place, and we're only going there the morning of. So I like the challenge of like working with what you have, kind of going back to basics. Like, where's the good light? What's kind of storytelling? Like what matters to these people? And it was really interesting. Like one of the places we picked was on this like road. Remember that road we went to? And then I told the mom asked where we took photos, and I told her. She was like, "Oh yeah, that's a good place. Yeah, that would be a good place." And I was like, "Yeah, those are probably the best photos from the day." But
Yeah.
I was gonna say that.
Chris?
I
Go ahead.
didn't shoot anywhere new specifically. Yeah, I'll just take over here. But probably second to what you were saying earlier about being in one location and having that breathing room, the things that I enjoyed was some of the weddings where there was breathing room built in to the schedule. And I don't know if that was, sometimes it's not on purpose. Sometimes you just like finish what you're doing in the location that you are way quicker than you think you are gonna, and then you have extra time after. And we kind of work, or I guess Matt, you and Melissa work with the couple when you're kind of planning a little bit of an itinerary of the day loosely, the timing of those things. But when, like, for example, we did a wedding with Colton and Cheyenne. That was these ladies and me, and I left to go do something, but they went with the couple, and we were done some photos, and they were just going to take some candids, and so then they went for a drink.
Yeah,
it's
we went to the Crazy Cactus.
Yeah, it's just like we were downtown. We were like, I was going and setting up at the reception, and they're capable of taking some video, and so they did some video. It wasn't that there was stuff to actually film or photograph. It was just that they had a chance to decompress.
It was nice for the couple, I think,
Yeah.
and the whole wedding party, because, you know, summer days are hot and everyone gets kind of tired. And so we had a chance to just go and like chill with them at the Crazy Cactus, and we got to stop and have a quick refreshment, and everyone just got to mellow out for a bit and then go to the reception. So a little recharge time.
Yeah, and they're good, and they want to have high energy for the reception, because you want to be excited when you're coming in for that grand entrance and whatever, and you don't want to be just completely wasted from the sun. And
that was actually the point where a lot of them were planning like how they would do their grand entrance.
Yeah,
because each
like
groomsman and bridesmaid was like, how can we do this epic entrance?
Yeah. Anyways, so I like
fun.
I like that kind of breathing space in there too, and then that helps us as well, because then like you don't want to show it, but then you're just at the same time you're kind of like, okay, I can catch my breath for a second, you know, like because Josiah's running to get a video
of photo video.
Yeah, running. He's like, oh yeah, I ran to get that photo of them, and I'm like, yeah, I'm running the entire time. Like it's just like nonstop for the day. So if you're tired, they're for sure tired, because the day's about them. They have so many eyes on them. It's like,
it was a hot summer too.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people
hot
were
summer
really,
in the city.
Yeah, exactly. Like a lot of our wedding days were like 30, 35 degree days.
With humidity.
And I mean, all those groomsmen
Minimal
were wearing
wind.
like 3-piece suits. Like, I mean, most of the girls usually would just wear like a dress, and, you know, you'd have like your arms and legs exposed or whatever. But all those guys were in like navy, black, full-on polyester suits, and I'm like, oh, you must be dying.
You have one written from earlier, Melissa, the reception reveal. Well, talking about things couples did right, you think? Asim and Brandy, and who else did it? You said.
Oh yeah. So Asim and Brandy was a cool wedding day, because theirs started in the morning, and it was a longer day than a normal wedding would be for us typically. So they had their ceremony in the Bez Gardens in the morning, and then they had like a really nice lunch, which we got to be a part of, and then photos, all the typical stuff for the rest of the day. And then we actually had some spare time before, once we were finished our photos, had some spare time for them to be able to go and view the whole reception venue with nobody in it. So it was really cool, because they got to kind of see everything and see all the decor, and have like a little private kind of intimate dance by themselves for a bit. And it was really nice. Yeah, it was good.
I like those little things that people do differently.
Yeah.
To their day. And it's like, I don't know. There's a lot of weddings have traditions and things they do just cause.
Well, and a lot of the planners, like, they don't really get the recognition from, like, I guess they get it from the couple usually after, but they don't often get the chance to see, you know, the couple really seeing everything for the first time and have a chance to talk to them about it. So that's also kind of cool to see.
Yeah, Crystal. It was Crystal from RCP, Crystal McLeod, and we've done that with her with a few couples now. Like I remember last year, at the barn, the one. My names are all messed up. COVID wrecked my brain and my memory. Yeah,
I only remember this year's.
Jillian and I think Thomas.
Yeah.
Their wedding, Crystal did that, and then she did a reveal with them for that one. Same way she did it with you because she did a Seaman Brandy's wedding. And I think even Matt and Kaylee, I think we did a reveal with them. I know we filmed it ahead of time.
Matt and Allie, they did a reveal.
I don't think Crystal did their wedding.
Oh, no. Crystal did.
But yeah, Matt and Allie did a reveal too.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Maybe they didn't. I remember. Anyway,
Yeah, we definitely. filmed
Darby
it,
wasn't
but-
there. She was on the tour, the
Oh,
limo bus.
Yeah, I was
living
on
her best
the
life.
party bus. Very memorable for not only
think
myself,
it was
but
Chris
the
and me
couple,
setting up.
So
Anyway, it was really, really neat to see. And then even besides that, Crystal likes to make sure we can get there and works with the couple to make sure there's time for us to get to these venues before guests are in the room in the space. So pretty neat. We kind of have this unwritten rule: if it looks expensive or it looks like a couple spent money on it, we take a picture of it, like, because everything gets touched, moved, and like within just a few hours, like 5 p.m.'s cocktails, 8:30 they're taking down tables for at the front of the place for dances and stuff. But I might end it with one last little thing. Kaylee and Matt did this, and also Yulian and Ivana. Both of them had dancers, because Matt and Kaylee had
Highland.
she was a Highland dancer, so she grew up, I think, in BC, and they did Highland dancing, and so they invited a Highland dancing group from, I don't exactly know how they knew each other, but I think they were friends, or maybe it was like a younger class of hers or something. I don't know. Anyway, they came and that was like a special treat for all the guests and for Matt and Kaylee. And then it was kind of fun at the end. The bride got in there and started Highland dancing, like river dance style, if you guys remember that. Then the bride got in there and started dancing with them. And they did a full photo video package, which was really cool that we were able to capture that for them. And then same with Yulian and Ivana. They had, I think we talked about it on our video only podcast, but you're having these really big days. You're bringing a lot of people together. That was probably the biggest wedding I've seen in the last 4 years. They had, a few hundred guests, and they had a whole Ukrainian dancing team. That was a big part of their day. Yeah, I think it was multiple teams.
did.
And, it was a really good way to celebrate. And I was asking them, I think on their wedding day, I was like, is this the first time you've all been together to celebrate since, before whenever COVID was 20?
Yeah, before
2020.
COVID.
And they said, yeah, this is it. And it was like, okay. And even for us, it was really cool. Like Chris was running around on his like all evening with a gimbal, another camera on a tripod. Crystal and I are kind of helping out and also photographing. And I thought it was really cool. At the end of the day, we watched this. We just finished their films like last week. And so we watched their feature film, but also their the long cut of the dancing from the reception. It was really cool to see, like, this thing that's not so common, like having everybody doing dancing. We filmed it professionally, so it looks really good. You get to see everybody enjoying it. You get to see everybody part of it. And these dance groups were like, I think 2 of the dancers were the groom's sisters. So these aren't just like random dancers. They're like their closest family and friends. And anyway, that was one of the things I liked the most about this year, was just like people wanting to celebrate and then wanting to, they chose us to kind of capture those things. So super cool. Super cool. You guys have any other thoughts or anything?
Those are really cool ways to like include people in your wedding. And we've talked in the past about it, probably in our SK Modern Wedding Summit episode. Re-release episode, but like it's like you want to get people involved in your wedding, like things like that bring parts of your traditions or heritage or whatever into the reception and the ceremony where you can, and then have different people a part of that. Don't have one person doing everything. Just choose a different person to MC every different part of the day, and could be a little bit more in the planning area, maybe a little bit more work in that regard, but then you get more people involved with your day, and it's like, then you don't have to worry about like, oh, did I leave somebody out? It's like, no, we had like 2 groups of dancers. Like
Everyone gets a task.
yeah, you got like everybody involved. What more could you ask for,
It's awesome to see everybody this year just like come together, celebrate. I think every couple we worked with really understood that this wasn't just about them celebrating, but like the people they were bringing together. It was all about it was the being together that I really saw kind of stand out this year. So anyway, thank you everybody for listening. We really appreciate it. And cheers to 2022 being a great year.